You're just gonna die in the end.
You guys know that my wife and I are big Disney World fanatics. I mean, we're just Disney nuts, and that got me thinking back to when I was a kid. Now when I was a kid, we were dirt ass poor. We didn't have any money, so something like Disney World was completely out of the question. I mean, for me, a thrill ride to me would have been like when a bully pushed me down a hill. Just boom, 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 ah, and you thought you were gonna die, and then you got up and like again. That was it. That was the extent of me experiencing any type of thrill ride. But I got to remember, there was actually one small theme park not far from where I grew up. It was called Magic Village, and it was one of the creepiest places you'd ever seen in your life. When you pulled in there, it sat way back off the road, and you would pull in through this long driveway, and it looked a lot more like you were going to Camp Crystal Lake than you were going to a theme park. It was really, and the main attraction there was Magic Marty. He was a magician. Magic Marty's biggest trick was making your innocence disappear. After every Magic Marty show, he would select a couple of lucky children to come back to the Magic Castle with him. And they'd be in there like 15, 20 minutes. And when they came out of the Magic Castle, they would immediately begin what would be a lifetime of psychological therapy. I never once got selected to go into the Magic Castle, which is kind of insulting when you think about it. I was so ugly as a kid, even Magic Marty didn't want to molest me. It's kind of depressing. Magic Village had as some of its big attractions were these little play buildings you could go into. Like they had a firehouse, and it was all old and beat up and everything. And there was a bell on the roof, but the bell didn't work. It would just creak. It wouldn't actually ring. And inside the firehouse was a Dalmatian, but it was a real live Dalmatian. The thing is, it was all malnourished, and I'm pretty sure it was rabid, and it would try and bite the children as they went inside. Because, thrill rides. And then you walk further down into the village, and there was the little red schoolhouse. Because we had just waited 10 months for summer vacation, so of course every one of us little kids immediately wanted to go play in a schoolhouse. And inside it was all messed up. It was dark and creepy, and there were like two lights that were yellowish, barely lit in there. And the paint was all chipped, and the desks were missing legs and stuff. And they had little wooden cutouts of kids sitting at the desk, and they were all mutated and gross looking, and their noses were off and stuff. It was completely messed up. And I remember thinking, at some point, they got to come through, and clean this all up, give it a coat of paint, give the kid back a wooden nose and stuff, but they didn't. One year we came back to Magic Village, and instead they just changed the name from the Little Red Schoolhouse to the Haunted Schoolhouse. And they had knocked out one of the lights. It was so freaking creepy. I still have nightmares about it to this day. And the mascot at the Haunted Village was Billy Bunny. And Billy Bunny was this middle-aged dude in a rabbit suit. And he was always like drunk and high. And he was really mean, and he would run around the park going, and he would grab the asses of all the mommies and everything. He's like, oh, Billy Bunny, and he'd grab ass. And if he did interact with the kids, he would just come up to you like this. He'd come up and go, hey kid, you want a snack? You want a treat? And you'd be like, yeah, I want a treat, Billy Bunny. And he would reach back behind his ass, and he would go, there you go, and he'd give you a handful of raisins, and he'd laugh like a mental patient. I ate the raisins. I mean, they were a treat.